Hi, welcome to Catch Up with the Youth with myself, Logan, and I'm with my boy here, Bontle Sekhejane.
Hi there, welcome to Catch Up with the Youth. My name is Bontle Sekhejane. I'm with Mzwakhe, Shabalala, aka Logan. We are powered by Fire, Ignite Your Mind and Set Your Ambitions Alight. Yeah, so who am I? My name is Bontle Sekhejane. I come from the dusty streets of Clarksville in the North Province, aka Matlera. I'm here in Johannesburg, South Africa. I've been living here for like 3 years right now. I'm a qualified thespian, a qualified actor, a qualified entertainer all around. I'm a funny person. I'm very chilled and stuff like that. A people's person because ngikhule ngokuthi umuntu ngabantu and stuff like that. So so I'm a very humble guy, a very humble person. And this is the Catch Up with the Youth. We're gonna catch up with you guys and stuff like that. And man, that's why we even did the podcast. We did the podcast because we thought that because it's things that we talk about on a daily basis. You know, I am youth. I am part of the youth, so I know the troubles and the things that I go through and that things that youth go through because we live in a society whereby we are pressured a lot. People who have already made it pressurize us and stuff like that. So that's the thing. So with that being said, that's why we did this podcast because it's things that we talk about. And yeah, man.
It's your boy here, Mzwakhe Shabalala, but I go by the name Logan. Yeah, man. I come from Frankfurt in Free State, but I know a lot of people don't know where Frankfurt is. It's a small castle, but yeah, man. Now I live here in Joburg, started, it's been 3 years staying now, Joburg, I'm an actor, qualified actor. So, yeah, started to start this podcast with my boy here, Bontle. So, we were just chilling, and ideas just started popping by here,
Precisely.
And, yeah.
Precisely.
So, yeah, that's why we're here today, Yeah, that's why we're here today, to lift up the youth,
Yeah,
man.
To lift up the youth, because young people need examples. It's way better to have an example or an idol or a person you look up to when the person is your age or in the same age group as you, because if you're influenced and you idolize someone who's 20 years older than you and stuff like that, doesn't make sense because you don't know where they've been through, how they've been through, and where they come from. You might just see things very perfect and stuff like that and all rosy, but that looks can be deceiving and stuff like that. So this podcast is all about that. It's gonna be a fun-filled podcast. We're gonna have guests here. We're gonna have a lot of guests. We're gonna have people that are coming in sharing their stories and stuff like that. And we pray to God that we become so consistent in this thing because it's very, 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 very important to us to share with the world and how things are in a young people's life in South Africa, basically, and stuff like that. So we're gonna have guests here. We're gonna have multiple guests. We're gonna post this. We're gonna post or upload on YouTube on this platform every single week, 2 videos. Every single week, we're gonna post on Mondays. I'm gonna post on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is gonna be the guest one, the special one, the exclusive one. It's gonna be the guests on Wednesday, and on Mondays it's gonna be us just talking about everyday life and stuff like that. So
yeah, man. So we're gonna start. Why did we start this podcast? Man, we started podcast because, man, me and my boy, we come from a castle, come from the hood, so we see, we used to see these things happening, growing up, man.
We saw these things that happen in our township and stuff like that, where gender-based violence, gang-related activities occur, and I'm very, very privileged that I didn't even partake in stuff like that because, and to be honest, I've lived and I've chilled with people who smoke for the past 7 years. I haven't even touched a single cigarette and stuff like that because I feel like if you know yourself, you won't be influenced and stuff like that, and things like that. If it works for you, then cool. I'm not gonna try and fit in and trying to be cool by doing something I'm not comfortable with just because I want to fit in. That's
Yeah, man.
preposterous. You understand? So it doesn't make sense. So
So like gonna move out now.
speaking of
About
that, what?
what's the podcast about? You know,
No,
like
we passed that. We're at what other
you passed
plans?
it.
Yeah. What are the
My
plans
bad,
and
my bad.
aspirations for the podcast? What are the plans and aspirations for the
bad.
podcast? Today is the 4th of May, 2023. Next
Yeah.
year, 4th of May, 2024, I want us to be talking on a different scale, a different story, a different thing.
Yeah.
You want to look back at this podcast and say, damn, man, we did it, and stuff like that. Please, right now, you looking at us right now, please subscribe.
Shout out,
Please, now.
subscribe, like,
I'm still waiting.
and comment. You know, we wanna see your comments. You know,
I'm still waiting. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So yeah, we want please join us on this journey. Let this be a beautiful journey, a beautiful thing, a beautiful, adventure. We are the youth. We need to be, our voices need to be heard, and if we can't fight the higher powers, let us talk, because we have our freedom of speech. You understand? So with that being said, thank you so much. And where would we like to be in a year's time? We talked about that. So yeah, speaking of that, this is the Catch Up with the Youth podcast with Bontle, Sekhejane, and Mzwakhe, Shabalala, aka Logan, and stuff like that. So please do that and follow us on our socials. I'm gonna post the socials right here on the page below. Shout out to DJ's Boo again. Shout out to Skoko. Shout out to Verpa. This is Mo Fire. Let's support black-owned businesses. Like, asiyekeni le nto lokuthi siphuza amakhula asingayazi and stuff like that. Let's drink more fire. This is for black excellence. This is for DJ's Boo, a person who has been on our television screens for the longest of time, ever since we were born. Let's support him and stuff like that. We're powered by more fire. Ignite your mind. Set your ambitions alight. This has been Catch Up with the Youth with Bontle, Sekhejane, and Mzwakhe, Shabalala.
yeah.
We're gonna be consistent. I promise you, we're gonna be consistent. Please come with us on this journey. This is gonna be fun. Thank you so much. Signing out.
Yeah, man. You know what it is. And tomorrow, man, it's Friday. Like, we're gonna have our special guest here. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have a special guest.
Yeah.
And,
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
yeah. You're all welcome, man, to come here. You know. Come here.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here on Catch Up with the Youth.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, man.
It's Catch Up with the Youth. Hashtag catch up with the youth. Catch up with the youth. Catch
Yeah,
up with the
man.
youth. Yeah.
My name is Logan. Catch Up with the Youth. Signing out. Your soul.
This is Bontle, Sekhejane. Fana madlaro. It's Bontle, Sharp. Fili. Subscribe.